Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video is about the Huion H200 iPad stylus. If you have ever owned an iPad, any kind of iPad, you must have thought of buying an Apple Pencil. Apple Pencils are expensive for most of us, And that's why many of us look for Apple Pencil knockoffs which are readily available on Amazon. Just like the DigiRoot one or this King one, these are all Apple Pencil knockoff. It's basically the same product, different brand names. So we all know about these cheap products, but today we are going to talk about the Huion H200 HA200 stylus for iPad. Spoiler alert, this is going to be definitely better than this knockoff. So we are going to keep this on the side and going to focus on this one, which is the Huion HA200. Let's talk about it. First off, let's talk about what makes the Apple Pencil so special. If you have used one, you know the magic of pressure sensitivity. Unfortunately, the Huion stylus doesn't have pressure sensitivity. Not everyone needs a stylus for art. Some of you just want a snappy tool for jotting down ideas, taking notes, journaling, editing PDFs, or even grading student papers. That's where budget styluses shine. So why is this Huion HA200 stylus? Is this better than the cheap knockoffs? Definitely yes. Here is why. At first glance, it looks exactly like an Apple Pencil. You can barely tell them apart until you spot the Huion logo. The Apple Pencil feels a bit heavier because of its extra tech, which is pressure sensitivity. And don't get me wrong, I love it for what it does. But the Huion, it's lighter, and when it comes to writing and scribbling, it's just as fast. Zero latency, super accurate, sharp, and precise every single time. Inside the box, you get the Huion stylus, one wireless charger with the charging cable, and one extra nib for the stylus. So what exactly is different on this Huion pen from the knockoffs? It's basically the ease of use. And the easiest way of charging this pen is wireless. First of all, let me show you how to connect this pen with your iPad. So you just need to press this button which is on the top and then activate the Bluetooth in iPad. It will connect automatically and that's it. The accuracy is spot on across all applications. Drawing apps, note-taking, Google apps, plus the battery life is fantastic. And get this, you don't need to mess with extra cables like with other cheap styluses. The Huion charges magnetically straight from your iPad, just like the Apple Pencil. For older iPads, it even comes with a separate charger. It's also a wireless charger. It holds quite a weight inside and feels very sturdy. It's minimalistic, stylistic, and simple. So the only way to charge this Huion stylus is wireless charging. You don't get any ugly USB-C port on the pen like the cheap knockoffs. If you look at the Huion stylus, it looks very similar to the Apple Pencil, not just from the outside, from the inside as well. The nib of the Huion stylus looks very similar to the Apple Pencil, whereas the nib of the other knockoff pens are way bigger in size than the original Apple Pencil. The insides of the pen are also very similar if I talk about Huion stylus and the Apple Pencil. But when I look at the other knockoff, it looks kind of weird. Though Huion pen doesn't come with pressure sensitivity, but it has a very good tilt functionality function, which comes handy if you are an artist and if you want to scribble and make some sketches, make some digital art. I am a digital artist and I can tell you, if you can't afford an original Apple Pencil, this can work out for you. This Huion stylus is capable of matching the Apple Pencil except for the pressure sensitivity. So if you can work around with some more creative brushes which can replicate pressure sensitivity, you can work around it and create absolutely amazing digital art. I have to talk about this top button on the pen. You might have thought this is only for connecting it via Bluetooth, but it also helps in taking snapshots. You just double click it and the iPad will take snapshots. I will call it the second best stylus for your iPad, definitely after the original Apple Pencil. So if you are looking for a budget-friendly stylus that feels premium, performs like a champ, and doesn't need constant charging hassles, the Huion stylus is a fantastic pick. Let me know if you have tried some other styluses and if you are facing any problems, or if you have already bought the Huion HA200. So that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video with whoever wants to buy this Huion stylus. Right? I'll see you next time.